Hello everyone and welcome to Pick a Card reading. Today we are doing a reading regarding your karma and your dharma. Simply put, karma is what you're duty bound to do, and dharma is uh, the righteous way, the correct way, as per the laws of the universe, laws of creation, the best possible way, with the best intention, and morally correct, ethically correct, and something which puts you on the right path, and the right as we take it, in terms of universal laws and universal truths. So today's reading is about that. So I will pull out a few cards which you can choose from, and that card is going to be what you are, what is it that you need to focus while you have tuned into this particular reading. Okay, that is going to be something which is going to be very pertinent to the time, the present time when you're watching this reading. All right, and then we will get a little detail into the situation and proceed, as per your own, thoughts about it, your own feelings about it. Okay, I will be putting timestamps in the description box. So let's start with our reading. Let us get a few cards which the universe would feel that anyone who watches this would be needing those messages, right? So can we get some cards? All right, here we go. This is card 1, card 2, card 3, and card 4. Okay, and I will put a crystal on each of them just to help you choose. This is the clear quartz, moonstone, red jasper, and the amethyst. So just go with what your intuition tells you, and your intuition is something which is going to point to one thing immediately within a second. All right, so just trust that, and if you wish to you're drawn to more than one card, then by all means do watch the readings for any other card that you're drawn to. We'll start with the first card. Just a minute. Alright, let's see, what is this? This is contract. Okay, so your current karma, card 1, whoever has chosen card 1, there is something which binds you. See, your situation, I'm not going to go into the situation because it is different for everybody. Whatever situation comes to your mind, or whatever your inner voice tells you the moment you saw this card, that just go with that. At least see the reading, the entire reading for this particular card, and then if you like to think about it, by all means do it, but for now just trust your intuition. All right, so it talks of a contract, it talks of an agreement, it talks of this could be anything which is legal, I would say. So when we talk of things at the material plane on earth, in earth life, something you are tied to. It's not a nice word, being tied to, but a contract does bind us. It does not let us do, it takes away a bit of our freedom, because it needs to be done, and whatever the contract terms are, it prevents us from moving forward till we are not done with it. Some of you, if you're taking it in terms of another way of looking at it at a higher level, that you karmic contracts, things which bind us, towards people, towards situations, and you can look at it like that as well. So just see what comes to your mind, and in case there is more than one situation, then it would probably apply to all. So it talks of your karma is something that whatever popped up in your mind, you are meant to do this. There is no escaping this, because it's a karmic pattern. That is why this spread is called karma dharma spread. So this is something you're karmically tied to. And okay, I would also like to take out another card to start the reading with. Okay, I'll take it out from this deck only, and that is okay, I think I'll do it with the tarot only. Fine. So this is the topic of your reading, that something binds you, and you just got to like kind of do it without thinking about it, without seeing too much into it, right? Because it is something which has to be done. I mean, it would be in your best interest of your soul journey to do it. Let us see what is the best way to do it. So that would be your dharma. Dharma is what is righteous, what is correct, what is the most honorable thing. Okay, so you are bound by the dharma is the hanged man. So exactly, it matches very well with your situation. Now the hanged man could possibly mean that like what this card says, don't think about it, just do it. Or it can also say that this doing this, fulfilling this contract, whatever kind of contract this is, fulfilling this is bringing about a spiritual awakening for you as well. You're looking at your own life in another perspective. You're looking at probably all of your life in another perspective. Maybe by doing this, you are getting insights into the deeper aspects of existence, the deeper aspects of how what life on earth is, etc. So that is and this is again a major arcana card. So this is the universe is trying to teach you that when you are in this situation and you conduct yourself in this situation, you go through it, you complete it, you will get a lot of spiritual insights through this particular kind of a contract. Now what is it, let's get into the details of your reading. You got 7 of Swords, the Tower, Knight of Wands, and that is your outcome card. All right, so you are what you should do is basically this is the card which tells you what you should be doing. Though it is 7 of Swords, I would say that don't tell people about why you are doing this, how you are doing it, your own perception of this reading. It's telling you to be a little secretive. It is telling you to not to be out there in the open about anything regarding this. You don't have to talk to anybody about it. I'm getting that kind of a feeling from here. And also it could also mean that don't run away from this. Don't run away from this, because you've got this Tower card here, this guidance, because you really need to till you do not complete this, there's a certain undoing of something in your life which will not happen if you run away from this situation, or if you talk to too many people about this. There is something which the universe wants to bring about for you, which it would like to do, so that you come out of this situation. But it would be best to keep things to yourself and not share it with anybody, and for another section of people to not to run away from the situation, no matter how exhausting it is. You've got 9 of Wands as your outcome. So yes, going through this entire thing is draining you out. It is challenging you. It doesn't seem to finish. It seems to linger. So that is why the 7 of Swords has come out, that even if you do feel that you've had enough of it, you don't feel like continuing with this, because it's really really exhausted you and depleted you, but the universe wants you to continue with it because it needs to bring this whole thing down. As in, this contract needs to be over, it needs to be completed. So whatever you are doing eventually will bring an end to a situation by the universe. The universe has already decided to end this. It's not telling you. All right. And but here, through the reading you've got an indication or a confirmation that yes, everything whatever starts needs to come to an end. All right. So your guidance would be, this Knight of Wands, just kind of pick up yourself a little bit, just talk to yourself, inspire yourself a little bit, motivate yourself a little bit, to go and complete this. It's pretty much on the last lap of, that entire relay race. Okay, so don't give up now, no matter how exhausted you feel. And you might continue feeling exhausted for a while, but you just, I think, need to motivate yourself because it will be coming down in some time. Okay, let me just get another card on this outcome. Right, so and you have the energy to do it, whoever is watching this. So yes, sometimes we do get a little exhausted. Just motivate yourself, replenish yourself well with good food and good rest. I know the situation couldn't be letting you rest much, but nonetheless, try doing that, to just keep the momentum of your energy going. Okay, the Moon card. All right, so if you have if there is it might be bringing up a lot of emotional stuff for you as well. And I was talking about sleep, right? So I think if you get some sleep, that would also be a good idea. Emotionally also, it might be putting you in a bit of a tizzy, but that's, and if any of you are watching it somewhere near full moon, just watch out for when the full moon happens, for those 2.25 days when you might be experiencing full moon, or that single day when it really happens. Just keep an eye out for that. Or those of you who are watching this just when a full moon has passed, just go over what actually happened around that time. You got King of Wands, King of Wands and Eight of Pentacles. Yes, so just keep motivating yourself, keep going. That's all I can tell you. Okay, and let me get you a little guidance from the universe. What would the universe like to know? All those who chose card 1. See, you need to continue putting the effort for a while, because even in the outcome it is like you need to put in work, but your work is going to pay off as well, no doubt about it. And it is meant for more of a spiritual awakening, for you, spiritual realization for you. The roads which lead to this kind of a enlightenment, so to say, realization, is really very challenging and tough, but the universe is telling you that it is going to bring this down. So now that you've seen this, that's also something which should assure you that it will all come to an end. So one card of guidance for this pile, Angel of Balance. So yes, the balance is coming in, and you also need to just kind of balance your energies a little bit, as in take in a little more rest, eat well, and the whole situation will get balanced. See, just look at this. It's very interesting. You have got a card of contract where there is a pair of scales. What do scales indicate? Balance. All right. So it is a confirmation that everything will come into balance here. In this particular you've also got the full moon, and this also depicts a moon, right? So there is hidden stuff which probably you are not aware of. You don't have all the knowledge regarding your situation, but probably you don't need to know it. Some of you might get to know it as you move along, but whatever it is, we are working at one level, but there's so many other levels which are simultaneously being worked upon, just because you are continuing with this effort of yours. So all I can tell you, all those who are watching this particular card, that everything will come into balance. That is assured to you by the universe. Just keep going with it. Okay, so I'll wrap up your reading with that. Now let's move on to card 2. You got hostilities. So it talks of challenging times, right? So all those who have chosen this particular card, I think you are experiencing, you feeling threatened, and you are also, on the lookout. It's quite like, the Nine of Wands, where, you cannot rest because something is round the corner, or there are some people, there are some situations which keep you on guard all the time. Because, I think you are somebody who does not want to get involved in, fighting and, that kind of a situation. So, you need to protect yourself from those people. So that's why you're constantly on the lookout. That's why you're constantly on guard. That, lest somebody comes across and, disturbs your mental peace, and even sometimes I don't get too much of, physical insecurity, but it could be for some people. I do not know how and why. Let's see what the cards tell us. But right now, it is your duty to be on guard and to protect yourself. This is your karma. You need to be, and you probably, some of you are, if you could be in the, um, what do we call, the defense forces maybe, or in some kind of a situation, or in some kind of jobs or situations where, you're always protecting others, quite possible. So, that way also you're always on guard, you're always ready to, face a, challenge head on. I mean, you don't have time to prepare, you are constantly prepared for some of you. But yes, it talks of that, right now your karma is to protect and to safeguard yourself from something, from a hostile environment, or hostile people, or hostile situations. Okay, and to ensure that you don't get entangled in them. So that is your karma for now. That's your, you're bound to be doing this whenever you watch the reading. Let's proceed with what your dharma is. What is the right way, the righteous way of doing this. Ten of Swords. Okay, so that means, you really need to be putting an end to a situation, and that is why you need to be on guard, because probably, things are happening in such a way that, it's all coming to an end. So prepare yourself. It's like, you don't get hassled and don't get disturbed by this. All of you know, whoever is watching this will connect with this card. Okay, the reading comes to people who need to know the information. So this is not something, which you feel that, it doesn't pertain to me. At some level you can connect, some level you can understand what is happening with you, and why this reading has come, and why you are only watching it. Okay, so the best way of doing it is, to continue being this, because this situation, whatever, whatever makes you feel threatened, needs to come to an end. It is coming to an end. So just, continue doing, keep protecting yourself. Okay, you got the Hierophant, the Star card, Eight of Wands, Three of Swords. So, this is you, and all of you, whoever is watching it, I think you all are connected to, higher wisdom, higher guidance. You're all connected. You get your guidance, you get your messages, you get your assurance from, heaven, let's say. Because this card of star is, pointing to heavenwards. One hand is there and one hand is here. So you know that, you have somebody here who keeps you guided, who keeps you informed, who keeps you on your path, who's always there with you, and the messages flow to you. And from whatever messages come to you, you do exactly that on earth. So you all know that whatever is happening is coming from a higher place. That is for sure. All of you know that you're getting guidance, you are protected, and you get to know what to do, when to do. That is also for sure. Your guidance is, things are going to pick up pace. Things are going to pick up pace with this Eight of Wands. So just be with it, and don't let up. Your outcome is Three of Swords. Now it can, mean two things. Either whatever happens, it might not be to your liking. You also must have, figured out a plan, or, figured out how things are going to proceed. They might not happen like that, they might happen like that. So I will just explore this Three of Swords in the outcome. What does it mean? Okay, what is this Three of, can we get additional supportive measure supportive messages for this card? Knight of Cups, Tower, Four of Wands. Okay, so whatever is happening, really rapidly, I think it's going to soothe your heart, because it can, it is going to be something with mixed feelings. Let me put it like this: it's going to be mixed feelings. Why? Because at some level it is going to make you feel sad, and some level it is going to make you feel happy. So it's not completely sad and it's not completely happy. Three of Swords is a card for those of you who are experiencing emotional hurt, emotional grief, emotional pain. You will come out and you will start feeling very happy. Some of you could have mixed feelings about the whole thing, but things are ready to come crashing down. You got Eight of Wands, you got the Tower card. So just hold the energy. This is what the Hierophant card is. You're just holding the posture. You also, whatever work you are doing and whatever modalities, healing modalities, or whatever your modality is to deal with this situation, just hold on to that. Things are on their way to get sorted out. This is very similar, to the reading I did for card 1. Very similar energies. All right, things are going to unfold. Things are going to the resolution is coming, I would say, completely out of the blue. It's on its way. Knight of Cups, it's on its way. It's going to move a little slowly, but nonetheless it is going to happen. But I think it's not very slowly, because here the Knight of Cups is this little person who is flying is fast. Eight of Wands is in the air, fast. Okay, things are going to move fast, not slow. I would like to correct that. Things are going to happen really quickly. Whatever is, the Tower card, we're all familiar with what happens with the Tower card. Things happen, really fast, and, just kind of disintegrates, falls apart. It is over and done with in no time, and there will be happier times ahead for you. Okay, so all those who chose card 2, just hold on. Hold the space. Hold the space for the universe to Eight of Wands and Tower. Hold it. You don't have to, do much, so to say. I don't see you doing much. Ten of Swords, at a particular level, it is already over. At the energy level, it is over. The energy is coming, it needs to manifest. It needs to hit the ground. It needs to hit earth, so that the physical manifestation happens. So just hold this space. All those who have chosen this card, don't give up. It is getting over. It is not yet over. It can get over any time. So you're just guided to hold the space. That's it. Okay, and it's going to come, pan out very nicely eventually in the end. So those of you who experience mixed feelings in the beginning, sooner you will get into this energy of Four of Wands, which is all about celebration, feeling happy. Okay, establishing something new, which is which is for a long time. Okay, whatever is happening now was meant to come down, and whatever is going to be made after this will be with you for a long time. So just bear that in mind, and with that I will wrap up this reading. Let's proceed with card 3. Red Jasper. What do you have? Happy family. Okay, so it's a card of it's basically a card which, so, of family or karma. I think your karma is connected to a family. It can also be a community. Okay, I will you need to take the varied meanings of every card, because everyone's not experiencing the same situation, but everybody is experiencing the same energy. So basically it talks of a group, a community, very close, tightly knit community of friends, maybe a family, maybe colleagues at work, whatever it is, where there is a lot of bonding. And even family card is also connects to we choose our family because we are karmically connected to them. Okay, there is certain karma we have with this particular group. and that is why you have drawn this card for yourself, because you probably need to get a little information about this group, and this is your karma and what is the best way, the dharma you need to follow, the righteous way you need to follow to be doing whatever you need to do with this particular group. All right, so let us start your reading. So what is your dharma? Knight of Cups. It's again about love, you know it's about love. We got water here, we got water over here, so it's all about emotions. It's all about emotions. I think you really need to infuse a lot more feeling towards this group, and it's not that you don't have it, you don't express it. Knight of Cups is someone who does not who needs to go out and express their love for this community. You need to express it. You might have it in your heart, but you're only holding it in your heart. You have not allowed it to flow. I think your whole thing is to allow it to flow and to express yourself emotionally with people around you. You've got the Tower card, you've got Four of Wands, Three of Pentacles, and Ace of Swords. Okay, so your whole purpose with this particular group, why are you drawn to this group? Why do you have have this group as part of your karma? Because you really need to break down these barriers you have created as far as emotions go. You need to you need to form lasting bonds. Okay, let's not say lasting bonds, but till as long as you are connected to a person or a group, till that time, to do it well, you need to express your emotions. Now this is only for those people who've chosen this card, right? I think all of you would be experiencing this and acknowledging this fact that you might not be very expressive. You do not, and that is where the block is. People do not know how they stand as far as you are connected. Do you really? And I'm sure you like all of them, like them a lot, and you feel a lot towards each and every one of them, but that's the only thing you do. You only feel, you don't express. So people do not know how serious you are about them. People don't know whether you like them or you don't. People don't commit to you because you don't commit by expressing your feelings towards another person or this entire group. So your whole thing is about breaking down those barriers, because that is I think why you don't do that is because you put up a wall, and you don't want to be vulnerable. You don't want to come across as emotional. You don't want to tell people or let people know how they feel. You feel a little, you feel that you protect yourself by not expressing your emotions. Whereas on the contrary, people will not connect with you if you do not tell them how you feel. So people will move away from you. I think that is what your whole karma is, that with people you don't tell them how you feel, so people don't reciprocate. So then you might sometimes land up feeling bad that this person did kind of left, they moved away or whatever. Why? Because here we are not talking about those people, we are talking about your karma and your dharma. It is your duty to tell people how you feel towards them, so that you can be with them nicely for as long as it is required, right? And you need to build trust, you need to build relationships based on how you feel. This is what the universe is trying to tell you, that you need to it might look like work to you, it might look like effort to you. I wouldn't say work, but effort, because you're so used to having these walls. It's the easiest thing to do. You can keep building them up yourself. But when you are in a relationship, you need to go out there and put in a little effort to talk to people, to communicate with people, to spend time with them. So you don't spend any time with them, and time is what? Time is also pentacles. Effort is also pentacles. Money is also pentacles. Money is equated with time, right? You need to put in a little time with this group to connect with them emotionally. And I think the moment you start doing that, you will see big breakthroughs in your life. All those who have chosen this happy family card, You will experience major breakthroughs for yourself. All your cobwebs will be swept clean. You will no longer feel confused about where you stand, how do you go about relationships, what should you think too much about relationships. All that thinking will just crumble when you start putting in a little effort in talking to people and telling them and communicating with them how you feel about anything. And that is where the bond will form, that is where connections will form, and those kind of connections which will have the potential to do what this whole community or this whole family has come together for. There is a larger picture to that as well. So if you're not going to participate, that whole whatever needs to be done through this family, by this family, or with this community, or with this group, that work also never gets accomplished, or maybe it gets accomplished 50%, 60%, but the whole deal hasn't happened, right? Then again in the next birth incarnation, again you're probably learning the same lesson. So if you are seeing this reading, you're guided to go ahead and connect with people so that you bond, you build trust, you build faith, and you can accomplish what you have set out to accomplish by forming this group at the soul level and then executing it on the earth level. You'll get a lot of clarity in a lot of things of regarding life and yourself, and life will move a lot smoother for you. Let me get you a card of guidance, though I think it's quite clear, but nonetheless I would like to still take out one card, just to, not to clarify, but let's say, just to add up the reading. Okay, that would be a nice way to put it. Envy, yeah. So sometimes you do envy people, who have nice relationships, who can be open, who can be, probably, so whatever your group is, most people probably gel very well. They bond very well, they have a very good rapport, they share a lot, and probably you are envious that how can they sit and talk together. Or it would be so nice to sit and talk to people, share what you feel, what you think, but you hold yourself back, and then you become envious of this group because you are not participating in it. They are all participating in it. You also need to do it. These are group energies. This is a group energy, this is a group, this is a group. So now you need to take this cup forward towards these groups and become a part of them. Otherwise, you will just be standing in a corner and being envious of how people can do this, how they can be happy, how they can have a good time in each other's company. Most of you could be loners, and that is the reason why you feel that I don't want to interact with a group, because you don't want to share. But just remember, by not sharing, you are not fulfilling your karma towards yourself and others. Okay, door to personal healing and happiness. That's exactly what is going to happen when you take the guidance of these cards. So when the cards are speaking, I think you should listen to them, and I will wrap up the reading at that. Okay, thanks for watching. And let's move on to the last card. All those who chose the amethyst, card number 4, thinking man. All right, so I think even I am thinking, right? But I don't need to think about it, I just need to tell you a few things about this thinking man. It talks of a person who is very analytical, who's very logical, and who kind of who looks deeper into every situation, ponders over it a lot. Yeah, very simply put, it's about a thinking man. It could be you as well. Okay, or it could be somebody who like that, and whoever's name or image pops up in your head, it's your karma with that person, right? It is also about some of you, you should not should it's your, let me see how it proceeds, because we all do think about a lot of things before proceeding. Or maybe some of you you need to think a little more, and look at a lot of and ponder over things before you reach a conclusion, or before you make a decision, right? So I think it talks of thinking at a deeper level, not at the level you normally would. Go a few layers deeper. And for some of you, it could be a some karma attached to a person who is one of those thinkers who ponders a lot, right? Let's see, let's proceed with the reading and see how it is. panning out, and what more information we can get. So the karma is the thinking man. So for you, so for those of you, if it is a person, then yes, we will be seeing the karma connected with this person. And for those of you who need to, probably think a little deeper into every situation, let us see what your dharma card is, and then we'll get a clearer picture. Okay, Nine of Swords. So, okay, so then for those of you where it pertains to you, I think you think too much. You just feel so bound by your thoughts. Now, karma is something, which binds us, right? And you are bound to your thoughts to the extent that it causes you immense anxiety and sleeplessness. You are constantly thinking and pondering, thinking and pondering. So we will divide this, not divide it, but we will take two groups of people in this reading, see where you fit in. Either it's karma related to a person who is always thinking, always anxious, cannot sleep. To the extent that they cannot sleep, their mind does not get any rest. Or you personally are somebody who will keep thinking about situations and just think about them and not follow, and you don't take the next step after that. One thing is to think through things and then act. But here, if I have this, Nine of Swords, it means that you only think about situations, but you don't follow through with them. So your dharma, what is the right way to do it? Right way to do is to think, but not to the extent that it bothers you. And why would it keep bothering you? Because you kind of just build up the situation in the head and not do it. So if you were to do it, you wouldn't be thinking about it constantly, right? And some of you, even if you do it, after that also you're thinking about it. So there is you feel that the only thing you need to do is to think about everything a lot. But where does it lead you? It only leads to anxiety and sleeplessness and a very restless mind. Okay? You just feel that it is like that. See, every card, the other cards which I have pulled out, there is no, one has to interpret the card and energies. So here you feel it is, you need to, that is your karma. Think through everything. Your dharma, and how do you think through it? By thinking more about it. But where does it lead you? It leads you to a lot of anxiety. So is this the right way to think about things? Is this the right way to go about it? Either that you think so much about it that it makes you restless, or you think about it and not do it, or you continue thinking about it even after having done it. That is not the right way of doing things, as far as these cards are telling me. Yeah, it causes a lot of confusion, a lot of confusion. Now, I would also like to add, though you have got this Seven of Cups, which is a card of confusion, every one of you who is watching this reading, I can say it 100% guarantee, you know what you want to do, but you will not do it. Your intuition keeps screaming at you, do it, but you spend all your time thinking, if I do this, I'll do it like this, and if I do this, you got a whole scenario coming up, and you say that already, if I do this, then this is going to happen, if I do plan B, this is going to happen, plan C, this is going to happen. You are exhausted after analyzing 10 plans in your head, but you know where your heart lies. You know what you want to do, but you don't do it. This is a card of swords. This is a card of cups. We don't see pentacles yet. I'm just describing the situation to you. But this is what your situation is. You know what you want. You know what you want to do. You know where your heart lies. But you just override it with, countless thoughts. You just think about it. You don't accept what your heart is telling you. You don't accept your feelings towards situations, many situations or one situation, whatever the case may be. Finally, Queen of Pentacles. That is your block. You will not do it. You will never do it. This is very, very strange, but the cards, will tell me what it is. I do not know any one of you, but the card is telling me your energies. You know it within you, whoever is watching this, that if you choose where your heart is, look, her hand is towards the bubble which has the heart. Can you see it? Okay. Yeah, okay. Her hand is on the bubble which has the heart. She knows where her, where her feelings lie. She knows what is her love. But you don't get that for yourself. You run away. You know that this whatever you choose is going to make you feel so good. Queen of Pentacles is a card, the best energy as far as having a sense of well-being, abundance, comfort, all resources met. It's a feeling good card with everything you have. It's like feeling also, and you've got all the abundance, you have all the resources, you lack nothing. She's wearing good clothes, she has got plenty to eat, she's got a fantastic chair to sit, she's got a chest which is probably full of money. Such a there's a lot of wealth, abundance, prosperity in this card. And you also know it that if you choose where your heart is, you are going to feel this kind of energy. But somehow I don't know why you run away from it. Yeah, because you always keep dithering. You keep dithering. Which way should I go? Should I really follow through my plan? Or should I follow through plan A or plan B? Plan A, plan B. Like this witch, her motorcycle is, all revved up. But she's not going to press the clutch. I mean, she's not going to release the clutch so that she can go somewhere. That's your situation. Guidance is to choose, at least choose one path to start with for one thing. Start with something, whatever makes you feel comfortable, and just go after where what your heart tells you that this is something you must do. Till you don't do it, you are depriving yourself of this kind of luxury, abundance, comfort, feeling of that well-being, right? That prosperity. Yeah, it's about time you get cracking. Page of Wands. It's a card of just putting your energy into, and get going. It's a card of energy. This is also Wands, this is also Wands. Just put your energy into this one path. At least start. That is what this card is telling you, that you need to oh, I guess I need to just let me pull out a little more on the Page of Wands, because it's a card of it's someone who's learning, someone who's starting new. All right, at least. Okay, so this is not Pentacles, it is Wands. Put your energy into one option at least for now. Okay, as a starting point, put your energy in one option. Choose the path. I mean, this path can be leading here, but this person is looking at this path. So you also, which vibes very well with the Seven of Cups. Where your intuition is leading you. With the witches and all elementals, everyone has a guardian angel, right? If you don't believe in that concept, fine, let's talk about your inner voice. It is personified because this is the witches deck. Witches connect with the earth realm. So here the inner guidance is described as this lizard, if you can see, or it is a cat. So somewhere you know where your intuition wants you to go, and you should take and you're looking at this path, whereas this is also a clear path. You know where you're looking, but you are standing facing this path, but your head, your attention, your senses are all towards that path. So this just confirms the Seven of Cups energy, that at least to start with, you need to follow what your intuition is telling you. At least none of them are walking on this road. Neither is the lizard, neither is the cat, and this person is also poised to walk here but is interested in something else. So just follow your interests. So I don't think I'll pull out any more tarot on this. It is quite clear what the cards are trying to tell you. I'll just get you a little guidance from this deck. Yup, all tied up. All tied up. Your thoughts just don't let you move. All those who have chosen this card. And it's, nothing is binding you except your thoughts. You just need to listen to your intuition, because there is no end to thinking. There is absolutely no end to thinking, which is so obvious with this Nine of Swords. It just causes a lot of anxiety. I think these cards are just backing this up. See, 2 here and 2 here. It's so similar. all tied up, can't decide. Now, can you please give us some guidance? I mean, just standing and just looking, what should I do? What should I do? Your intuition is telling you what to do, but I think you just don't. Caring connections. So, is it a romantic situation for most of you? It's very obvious it is. So, it is telling you to choose something which you know what to choose. I think I'll just leave it at that. You know what you want, right? But you feel a little hesitant in listening to your intuition. You'd rather give in to your thoughts and wear yourself out completely. I mean, I'm being a little blunt, but these are the energies of the card. Nine of Wands. Just wear yourself thin because of overthinking. Whereas you know where your heart lies, you know where your happiness lies, you know where your comfort lies. All right, so that was your reading. I hope you liked it. If you like the content, do subscribe to my channel, and thanks for watching.